There we go. That's not bad. You're on camera. I'm on camera. That makes
Yay!
this a live stream.
What's up? We're actually alive. We're not dead. So it's not a zombie stream.
There we go. I'm Eric Ocho Cleaver. This is
Johnny RedPanda Lou, per usual.
And we're here today to talk about Crusaders of Light.
And the Elementalist. And what's coming up in the future.
Surge of Elements update. It's a big deal. Coming.
It is a big deal.
Feb 28.
Barring, massive nuclear explosions.
Fingers crossed. No meteor strikes. Don't want to see that. But I do want to see the Elementalist Class, which is, I think, a big point of excitement for a lot of people. So why don't we jump into game?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Cool.
Boom. Elementalist. Look at how pretty it is. Look at all the crystals. Look at my fancy staff. Is that a staff? I don't know. You know what this reminds me of is, you remember the Labyrinth?
I do remember the movie Labyrinth.
You know how they David Bowie's got the crystal ball thing and he does that thing? Isn't that what it is?
It could be. It kind of hovers. It chills with you. It is your ever faithful companion and magic hovering thingy.
Yeah, magic hovering thing. I mean, it's kind of short like a goblin too. So I'm sure you're all excited. So let's go ahead and hop into the skills and we'll take a look at them.
Cool. So Elementalist. It's a magic user, fire, ice, a little bit arcane, lots of really cool skills. Obviously, you can see the list right there. But the important thing is it summons a freaking dragon.
Yeah, do you want to see the dragon first?
I want to see the dragon.
Okay, let's see the dragon first. Let's do the dragon first. We'll do the dragon first. All right, so it's kind of hard to see with the dragon. So we're going to zoom out. We're going to back up a little bit. Yeah, here you go. It's a Dargon. It's a Dargon.
Oh, that was not long enough, but yes, it is amazing.
I mean, it's got a slight little cooldown, but it's pretty cool. I like it.
Anything that can have a dragon breathing fire. Awesome win.
All right. So, some of the other skills that you're going to have to work into your rotation is you've got some Ice Archery, Fiery Magma, Ash Storm, and Crystal Storm. Let's go through those 4 first, and then we'll go to the next 4, and then the past skills and stuff like that.
Accolade is a little jelly of the cheaty DPS.
What? You mean my basic attacks? You mean my basic attacks aren't cool enough? Oh yeah, the basic attacks are pretty cool too. So it's a 3-part attack. You go fire, ice, and then lightning. Obviously, these are not real DPS numbers, but
we have the cheats.
We have the cheats. We have a lot of cheats. Okay. So Ice Lance is a quicker spell. It's no cast time, so you can just run and use it. It's a pretty short cooldown, and it's basically something that you probably want to work in.
Nice, solid DPS. Yeah.
The next one we're going to look at is Fiery Magma. It's going to do a dot, and it drops a meteor on people. And, yeah.
So funny note, Ackley is like talking about how with these DPS he can go solo the new raid. Interesting that you say that. No, you can't. as we learned to our displeasure, we're like, oh, let's check out and see what the new raid does. It pones you even when you cheat.
Yes. The new raid, we'll show you in a bit. Yeah. Does not care.
It does. Your cheats do not impress it. So the fiery meteor, pretty awesome. I mean, calling down a meteor from the sky.
Yep.
Blowing things up is cool.
This one's like, remember in like Contra you had like the spread shot attack? Mm-hmm. This kind of reminds me of that because it's like you shoot like 3 of them, right? So like the rotation is actually not too bad even just between these 3 attacks. Because by the time you're done with it, you can probably weave in 1 full rotation of your basics before this comes up again, and then you're ready to go again, even just with the 3.
No rotation without dragon should be considered.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, a dragon will be worked in there, obviously. And then the next one is going to be this. So Crystal Storm is on the same cooldown as Dragon Breathing, so you can't have these 2 the same, unfortunately, like all other classes. So you'll see once I activate this skill, this will go on cooldown as well. So you can't like freeze people at the same time and then like blow dragons, breath all over them. So yeah, this one will leave a little area after it's done to do some more damage. that thing just dodge?
I believe it dodged.
Yeah, that's totally not
That
cool.
is an amazing target dummy.
I know, right? It could totally move. Let me go ahead and put the wind counter guard back in because we saw the dragon already. I'm gonna put the dragon back. Ice Spine is will actually cause send enemies flying, a little bit of CC for you here. So just go boom. It's mostly a CC skill, which is really good for Mystica dungeons where you can actually CC the trash mobs when they hit really hard. Stunning is very good in that instance. Then you've got your next two, which are kind of like defensive skills, not really super defensive, but it's kind of like a mixture. So this one, Windrush form, you can kind of damage people as you move through them. So it'll buy you some range. So say for example, you've got a melee class coming at you, like a paladin who decides to jump on your face. You can just click here and go through them, and then keep running away. It's pretty nice.
Bit of damage, take less damage. Nothing bad about that.
Also, it gets you out of bad situations where you are trying to run away from a giant meteor trying to fall on you from a boss, and you can't.
Yeah,
so
I use roll all the time.
I wish I had roll on my paladin.
Yeah.
But no, I got to go into the thing, not out of the thing. I got to go into death, not out. Which
You shouldn't be such a coward.
Wow, are you gonna pay more repair bills?
No.
Wow, look at this guy.
I gotta buy more blueprints.
And blueprints. Now
More
that blueprints are
blueprints.
dropping, right? Blueprints, level 30 blueprints are dropping, guys. That's something that you guys have asked, and we're able to get that to you, and we're super excited about that change, because that means we also get to craft it, but you also get to craft it.
But I need to continue to not get my legendaries through crafting blueprints.
Okay. The last defensive skill they get is called Winter Counterguard. It gives you a shield, and when someone hits you, it will reduce their attack speed and movement, so that will help you get away if they hit you. So this is what it looks like if you are fighting a Elementalist. You might not want to hit them when they have that active.
With some of the new PvP stuff, that might be
Oh yeah, we do have new PvP stuff coming up. But yeah, if you could do a combination of, like, say you have this on, they hit you, then you can run away, and then they're slowed, then you just pew them in the face. It's great. On to, I guess, I don't even know what to call this skill. This is like the class skill, I guess is what it's called, because it's not the path skill. It's the skill that you get as your class. So it's called Elemental Matrix. The nice little thing is it actually changes with your path. So since I'm in a path right now, it does red. It does damage, and it does an extra debuff, or I think this was a buff for me. I haven't really spent as much time on Elementalist as I should have. Sorry.
It's okay. The next skill makes up for a lot of,
Yeah. So we're going to look at the path real quick.
Show the cool animation.
The cool animation first? Okay.
It's all about cool animations.
Yeah. Wow! It's a flaming Pegasus. It's a flaming... Wait.
So,
we gotta do... I want to do a flaming Pegasus and the dragon.
There we go.
And, like, mystical creature stuff.
Okay. So...
Dragon! Fire.
Followed up by...
Pegasus is a long cooldown.
Long cooldown.
Alright, that's sad. But we could talk about the paths. So the path that I have right now is Elementalist. Is this what it's... Is it really called Elementalist?
It appears to be called Elementalist.
Not sure if that's 100% real.
That sounds like a bug. Need to mention that to the team.
Yeah. So for those who play Mystics, this one is closer to the Mage Lana spec in terms that it's focused on crit. You'll see that you get spell crit rate. Every 3 of these, you'll get an extra meteor. Red Dragon Breath gets extra stuff. And then when you get 4 stacks of that Inflame, you get an instant refresh of Fiery Wing, which is the Flaming Pegasus. And this is the class skill that the path skill you'll get, which then gets buffed from more fire spells. So you're gonna probably want to focus on Ash Storm, and more Ash Storm, and Fiery Wing, and just basically burn everything. It's great, and lots
burn
of
all
big
the
numbers.
things.
Yeah, but 1 vitality per level. I mean, you're probably going to be pretty darn squishy compared to something like the Mercenary Mage, which is slightly different on the opposite end. Since we have fire, we also have ice. You're looking at also 1 vitality, but I think this one, the difference here is you get 2 spirit. So they switched to 2 spirit and the 3 spirit here. Yeah. So these are all pretty squishy. The class skill.
Funny that mages, with defensive spells, not having great defensive stats.
And they'll also have cloth armor. So, like paper. So remember how I said the class skill changes a nice little detail they have? So the icon is still is a little different now. It's a blue icon now. But, it's the same, but it's just a nice little touch that fits in with your theme of your character of being like a more ice-focused mage.
No, I definitely think ice is going to be the choice for the PvP.
Oh, yeah. Check out this one. This is the Frozen Vortex, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Frozen Vortex. You summon it, and after a while, it will freeze enemy. Oh, there it goes. It dodged. It totally dodged. But it freezes the enemy.
And slows.
And slows. So a lot of it is focused around using this, and when it expires, it's going to deal more damage.
Blow up,
Deal more damage. Has more chance. The sustained damage has more chance to freeze the target. So melee classes have fun. This is not going to be fun to fight, just like usual. So when they're frozen, you can also throw an Ice Bolt and Elemental Matrix to proc the effect to deal more damage, which, is always fun to do when you see nice big things, numbers blow up. Your normal attacks is definitely something you want to work on because this will give you 3 stacks, and then 3 stacks will do more damage.
Accolade is looking for a little skill buffing, so as soon as we finish talking about that, we'll talk about the next
Yeah, that's a good question, Accolade. Yeah, so you're going to be focused a lot on using rotating in your normal attacks with Ice Bolt to try to get this Ice Bolt buff into the Ice Lance to do more damage. Whew, that was a lot.
So if you're the Fire Path, you really should work on the fire skills.
Yeah.
If you're the Ice Path,
you should work on the ice skills.
Ice skills. Okay. I think I got it.
We got it?
Got it.
Good. All right. Last one, since Acklay, you asked. This one's called Conjured Spirit. This one is closer to the skill buffing. You get an active skill class called Conjuring Force. Everyone near you gets a bonus, but you are special and you get even more damage than everyone else does. So everyone loves you. Furthermore, your mana costs, as many people might know, that sometimes fights go on for a little bit longer, skills take more mana. You can have this defensive wind wall up that reduces your mana cost. Let's go ahead and just take a look at that. Oh yeah, and this icon changed again to Elemental Matrix. It's pretty nice. It's a little bit neutral. It's not,
it's not fire. It's not ice.
It's just neutral. It's magic.
Right?
It's magic, right? Just like this is magic. It's magic.
Yeah. So everybody around you, and they get some stat buffs too.
Yeah,
right?
They do get some really cool stat buffs. So everyone, when you use the Elemental Matrix, increases your intellect by 1.5% and gives any allied mystics and elementalists extra intellect as a percentage buff. So this is probably one of those classes that if you're doing a raid, you're almost always going to want to welcome one of these if you have a mystic or elementalist heavy team. One of these.
Probably at least one.
At least
one. Force Stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, people are using Force Guide and then a Tamer and then all this, so, all the buffs.
That form up like Voltron.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you get enough of these elementalists, you probably can make Voltron. So here's another one. Wind Wall, since you're already going to be using it to reduce your cost, when it's shattered, you reduce the damage you take. So for fights with high incidental AoE damage, 1 hit point, you're still alive. I just want to make that clear. At 1 hit point, you're still very much alive. This 0.25 or whatever percent this goes up to might save you.
And once we get into the runes, I think it'll have some nice synergies.
Oh, runes. Okay. So most of these are very similar to other classes. Elemental Matrix, you get the damage increase, you get the attack duration. For the cold, of course, you want to do the conjuring thing.
Some of the standard upgrades.
Some of these are standard. I think I'm not really sure any of these are exciting except for that one. Should we just go jump to the one since most of these?
So, different ways to customize your attacks, improve them in various,
Descending Inferno. I'm going to click through some of these a little bit so that some of you can go through this video again, take a look.
Cooldown reduction.
Yep. Take some screenshots if you want, share with others. More shield damage, extra damage for the wind wall. Might actually end up killing someone. Cooldown reduction for Wind Rush is pretty interesting. More times you can use it. And this one gives you more survivability. 1% of wound wall. Oh, I didn't know that. Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath.
That is the important thing.
Dragon Breath.
Like, I love the other paths. Doesn't
Dragon
matter.
Breath.
Dragon Breath.
Dragon Breath. Right, and this one gives a little bit of confusion, so it works as like a quick spell interrupt. It's not a very long confusion, but it's enough to interrupt someone who's about to pull off a spell. Bone Chill, you get Glacial Spike buff, more Dragon Breath damage, Dragon Breath cooldown. I'm going to skip over because I like doing this. Enhanced normal attacks and recoil damage can heal you. So, this is the one that I wanted to talk about.
This is an interesting one. So we talked about how the class is a little squishy. It has some defensive abilities. This is a really nice defensive ability. It is, is the ability to cheat death, so to speak.
Yeah. You kind of get one free get out of jail free card once. It's important to know.
Not once ever.
Yeah. Well, like once, like
per fight.
Per fight, just about. I don't think there's cooldown list on it, but it's probably gonna be once a fight. But keep in mind, you're gonna lose this hit point percentage every second for the following 6 seconds. So even if you survive that one hit, you've got to get healed enough so you don't die again.
5% max hit points, 30%. I mean, a pot will keep you alive technically.
Yes.
But you better not be taking any more damage, and you know.
Yeah. You're gonna die pretty quickly. But this might actually help me die a lot less.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll help you, stay out of the fire.
Wow. No. Dragon Breath. I guess stand still and make sure I get a good look at my Dragon Breath.
Gotta get that sweet GIF action going.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I totally need to get GIFs of Dragon Breath made.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. This one reduces some damage from damage over time effects, which could be helpful in certain situations.
Yeah.
And then these will just buff the... Oh, we didn't go over the higher level skills. That's what we forgot to do. So level 55 skills. We got 2 of them. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that. So Elemental Breath is a... it's kind of like a self buff.
Yeah, it enhances some of your basic skills.
So you can use it and then it will change some of your skills. So for example, if I use this, my Ice Lance will do more damage.
Oh, yeah, I mean, look at your DPS. It jumped from 39 to 42.
I know. And then that's a long cooldown. And then the other skill that it buffs is Descending Inferno. So I think that one's it's one of these. There's still some skills that
we're working on the exact wording.
Yeah, the developers were like, okay, let's call it Astrum, let's call it Descending Inferno. It's hard. You gotta make your skill sound cool, right?
And the final, of course, is everybody's best friend. And we have to be really zoomed out for this guy. Because
Look at this guy.
He is large.
You get your own little elemental. And the greatest thing is, he refills your mana for you. Look at that. That little blue number, that's my mana being refilled.
And he has that little freeze.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Cody has been asking quite diligently about class swap, because he was not here for the jokes in chat before the stream started. No plans at this time. Certainly we are aware that some people really want it. Still no plans to do it at this time. Throw a post on the forums explaining why you want it if you really want it.
Yep. There's already a thread going, so definitely feel free to respond into it.
Yeah.
Do I have... I think we need to... Oh, I have a lot of experience. I need to level up this thing so we can go into... I think we need to be level 65.
Ooh, we need a team, don't we?
Nope. We were actually able to make it,
We're all cheaty?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Of course. We only cheat on the server. It's because we can.
There we go.
All right. So, y'all asked us about team raids. New team raids. Windbluff Prison.
There wasn't somebody asking about New Mystica. We are working on getting it out.
Actually, we can just jump down there real quick. It will be unlocked.
Well, it has the potential to be unlocked.
Yeah. If your server has reached it, it can now unlock.
Yes.
Previously, if your server could unlock it, it would still be unopened, but now the ordeal level will be available. So you could potentially do it based off of your server. By the way, congrats to the, I think, Fertile Gorge guys who did a first down.
That being said, it does require your server to be fairly well progressed.
Yep. Oh god, I just created a squad on my own. So lonely, oh so lonely.
Okay, so now the point of this dungeon, which is called Windbluff Prison,
Yep.
is to add another level of challenge, right? Something that is post Crystal Rock.
Yeah.
And we're only going to go up to the first boss.
Yep. Same up here.
Not just because we have a hard time beating him, even cheating mode.
This is awful. This is so awful.
So you guys saw our DPS, so now you're going to see exactly how tough. Now, I've seen a lot of comments from people, why don't you guys add easier dungeons? So, making an easier dungeon and a harder dungeon takes the same amount of work from our perspective. Now, more people are going to be able to use an easier dungeon right away. Mm-hmm. But long term, everybody's going to want harder content as they gradually get harder. Some people are going to be able to do it right now. Other people are going to be able to do it in the future. So really it serves everybody's needs for us to add harder content, whereas adding easier sort of intermediary content doesn't necessarily do much for folks in the long term.
Yep. Let's see if I pull up the combat log.
You just want to show people.
Oh yeah, no, like.
Oh yeah, those guys hit.
Yeah, those guys hit. This is on a character. Where's my? I don't have much defense. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have much defense. So
Yeah.
But even then, the fake damage I'm putting out, like they're dying pretty quickly. But
yeah, do not expect
this to be easy. I mean, like these numbers are no joke, and
Yeah, they're still taking quite a few hits to kill.
Yep. So yeah, we're just gonna work our way through this.
We went in with normal. Like this is like the improved hacky damage. The first time we went in here was with normal hacky damage, and it was taking a long time to kill stuff.
Yep. Actually, I'm probably going to die before I can kill the boss using this. So we'll see. I do want to show some mechanics of that boss though, because as you can see, I'm taking 22,000 damage per hit, and I'm not really, my life bar is not really moving because I have,
a few hit points.
Unreasonable amounts of hit points. So we're almost there. Let me just clear these. Ugh, do it manually.
You should use my dragon.
Oh, I used the wrong thing. Oh no, I failed.
I'm so sad right now.
I'm so sad. It's okay. We'll just drag in the dude in the face. All right, here we go. So this boss is Samafir. We're just gonna drag him in the face. Oh, okay. So he actually, look at that crushing blow. So he does a flame breath.
70,000 damage on the crushing blow.
Yeah, you probably not want to stand it. So he does a molten bomb. Yeah. 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 I'm probably actually gonna die here.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are some of his. Those are some of his things.
I don't think you're taking some of this though.
No, I'm definitely not. Hey!
There we
at
go.
the same time.
So again, this guy's awesome. This is a crazy dungeon. It's a ton of fun.
It's super hard.
It's super hard. Even with moderate levels of cheating, it's pretty hard. But not the crazy levels of cheating we currently have. But long term, whether it's in 3 months or 6 months, when maybe I'll get around to actually being able to complete this, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So you get the I think these are D5 spinning carapace. I think some people are able to get this, right? And very few people. I think this is also drops in core. Scorching. Oh, so this is one of the new sets. Luckily we got one, the Scorching set. Here's your 2 set. When there's a skill crit, you get a chance to shoot a fireball, and then 3 set, you get more fireballs. I believe it does. Let's see. Yep. Shares reward limits with Chimera, Everlush, Valley, and Kothis, but not with Core. So
it goes on that same group.
Yeah.
Zentax.
Yeah. There's also one more set. So the Cleansing Chain set, we don't have it readily available, but I can read off the 2-piece.
It's kind of a funky one.
Yeah. So the 2-piece is when you're healing a single target, there's also a chance to heal 2 allies linked by Cleansing Chains to heal over time. The chains will break if it's extended over if you move too far away. So it's kind of like what is that boss in Altar that does the thing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so there's a boss in the Altar that does like a little chain thing, I guess. Anyways, and then Devoidra, yes, kind of like Devoidra's thing, but you want to stay closer so you get healed.
Yeah. So it rewards you on clumpy fights, on fights where you're more spread. Not going to be as good, but not a bad thing.
Yep.
I like free heals.
Yep. And the 3-piece set on the Cleansing Chains, if the 2 linked allies stay linked for the entire duration of it, they gain a shield. So for some fights where if you need 2 tanks to stand really close to each other and taunt swap, that might actually be helpful if you heal one and they have to basically stand there. They both get a shield. So that's pretty cool.
So pretty exciting. The last boss looks even more amazing than the first boss. He's super cool. Yep. We have a video up on the Facebook page if anybody wants to go check it out. Really, really, really pretty.
Yep. We've got a couple more changes in this upcoming one. One was already said that Mystica Ordeal level will now be available if your server can access it. You will be able to. And something that we've noticed is that some of you players like to do what's called scaling a Mystica. So you guys created alts, get 3 level 45s, path level 30, go into the Mystica, get it at level 45, invite your level 50s back in, and then go do it at level 50. That is going to be no longer necessary because Mystica will now have a fixed level of 45. So you don't need to level an alt just to be able to go do that.
Yeah. It's level 45, fixed level difficulty. You know exactly what you're getting. There's no weird manipulations of like, oh, we can't invite this guy. We don't want to push it too high. You know, let's just have it all be exactly the same.
Yeah, so it's more of a, okay, if y'all are going to do it, then, we'll just...
This is a much better solution rather than trying to, like, deal with weird behavior that you shouldn't really need to do.
Yeah. So that was one thing we wanted to do. Another thing, you're going to take the next topic a little bit. It's on the bottom.
Yeah. So there's level 50 gems.
Level 50 gems!
I am just afraid of what that is going to do to my silver count. But level 50 gems, let's show them.
I don't think we actually have it on the server. I tried, but you can polish them, or you can upgrade your level 40s through 50s to 50s. When you're level 50, what I've been told, this is what I've been told,
is you can upgrade level 40s to level 50s.
Yep. The level 50 gem that you get will keep the same random stats as level 41. So if your level 41 rolled like a 2.5% crit, and you upgraded that level 41, that works perfectly fine. That's what we've been told. Pending any changes, wait for the final update, but we want to let you know.
We haven't seen this one yet, obviously. Yeah. It's not on our build.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! All right.
And when you upgrade it, keep the same stats.
The random re-rolled stats will be the same.
Yeah. So if you have the perfect ones and you don't want to change...
Perfectly fine. We're not going to make you re-roll that. Okay. Big announcement.
We are resetting PvP faction.
Yep. So
there's a lot of good reasons for this, but we wanted to give you guys a notice ahead of time. You guys have a little bit less than a week left.
Yep.
To go ahead and complete anything, make that final push if you've been holding off. If you're close to another level, go ahead and push out now. But with the next update, we are
Resetting your faction.
and for very good reason, because now guilds can have factions.
Yes, your guilds can now pick faction, and you get a bonus for picking the same faction as your guild.
Yeah.
So you can now go and actually go pick on have a requirement for oh, everyone should be in this faction, and then we're gonna go punch this other guild in the face because they're not cool and we're cooler than they are. So you guys can go do that.
It really makes server politics that much more interesting.
It's great. I look forward to seeing all the world chat and all the servers after this happens.
Subsmack may be talked.
Oh yeah. I do want to mention though that with the faction reset, you're gonna be able to keep your rank when you swap factions. So for all the people who've grinded out like Marshal or Great Commander, you don't need to do the entire grind again. If you want to switch factions to the other side just to get the other thing. So what's gonna happen, Tigos, is when you pick the new faction, you get all the lost achievement bonuses back because we're keeping you're keeping everything that you've earned. So when the faction resets, you just go back to either wherever. If you want to stay with the light faction or the shadow faction, you just get all of them back right away. Or if you want to switch, you get the exact same ones except on the other side of the coin.
Okay.
Yep. There's also going to be new events that you can do in the faction. And for you PvP folk, let's go ahead and leave this. I want to show them something.
Are you going to show them World PvP?
Oh, yeah. We're going to show
go.
them. We're going to show them this. This is going to be really exciting for those who like PvP.
Sometimes it's fun to go PvP somewhere you haven't PvP'd in a while before.
Yeah.
So this is the normal map, and this is the PvP map.
Yep. So you can go to contested areas in the PvP map. Obviously, we're not going to let you instantly teleport to these areas, but you can also go there as long as it's a contested area. You can go and punch people in the face. There are significant work going on with Aldor and other PvPs such as Guardian Battlefield. We're still working on it. We don't have any details on it. You're going to get more details as we finish up everything.
So Ackley was talking about, how he is fairly high ranked in PvP, and he has a little bit harder time getting matches than if he was low ranked. That's pretty normal. When you're topping out ranks, unfortunately, there's less quality matches for you.
Well, less people at the top.
Yeah, it's like a pyramid, So it does take longer, and we're aware, and definitely finding more ways to incentivize PvP, make people feel comfortable trying it out is something we think about a lot.
Yeah, trying to get people to experience more of the game. We have some new changes that I wanted to bring up, that Ocho and I wanted to bring up with the requests. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. That might not be available, but I wanted to talk about. Is this level 41? So level 50 items will now be available.
That's an awful pair of shorts.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
I know. I'm not okay with this. This is kind of awkward for a level 50 set, but these are transmoggable. So people have asked, can level 50 items be transmog? Because some of them are really cool.
So that is coming.
That's coming. Ooh.
This is amazing.
Look at that. It's a spider. It's a spider with a spiky ball butt. Looks like a mine.
This is the second favorite mount I've ever had in any MMO. Years ago, I worked on a MMO called Free Realms. And there was a mount called the Cloctopus.
That sounds so wrong on so many levels.
And that was my absolute favorite ever. Unfortunately, it's gone now, and this is now my new favorite in production mount in any MMO.
Yep. So those are now new things. Also, one more thing is that for a while people have asked the buff icons, the ones that pop up over here. Can you show more than one? I've been told that up to 4 buff/debuff icons can be shown at the same time. So you will see multiple things pop up here to let you know which buffs are active, if you have the Tamer buff active, or if you're like me and have Paladin have Decision active at the same time. You can make your choices that way. Very nice. And last thing, a lot of people have been asking me for the new character challenge.
Any buffs you have, count. right? It's we look at the time of closing.
Yep.
What is the number?
So Star Circle counts. Food counts. So I'm expecting all of you to jack up level 40 prices, level 40 food prices, closer to the end.
So it's not a huge number.
It's not
I believe in you folks. You guys can hit this target.
Yeah.
But if for some reason, maybe you're having trouble, you're sitting, 500 short, there is a ways to make up the 500 gear score relatively easily.
Yeah, or like the 20 or whatever you might need. So, yeah.
Cool. So, super exciting.
Super exciting.
This is all coming out, Surge of Elements, on the 28th. Really looking forward to it.
I am too. Dragons!
Again, we'll be patching in the evening Pacific time on the 28th, as we are normally doing.
Mm-hmm.
So probably we'll go down about 6 to 8 p.m. We're talking about making it a little bit later this time.
Yeah, we're gonna see what time's the best for our team to handle a large update. This is a significant update with the new class, all the PvP stuff, the faction reset.
People are asking about warrior changes. We know there's some warrior changes in this update. We don't really understand them totally yet. We're still working with the design team to get a grasp on them. So hopefully we'll have some more news about that in the near future. But we didn't really feel comfortable talking about it in detail.
Because we don't really know.
Because we don't get it. So trying to understand how everything plays together to adjust the warrior executioner is a little bit more complicated than just, like watching Dragon be awesome. Because Dragon is awesome.
Ooh, beta Steam keys.
Yeah, we should totally give some away.
We have some beta Steam keys ready to give away?
We don't have them ready to give away, but we can get names.
Ooh.
And give them away next week. So we get the names right now.
Oh.
They're not going to appear right away.
Okay.
And next week, we will let people into Steam a little bit early.
Yeah.
Steam is coming out, for anybody who has missed the news, on the 7th.
Yep.
And we will also be launching a new server, Ferrock Camp, on that same day.
Yeah, so Ferrock Camp will be on Pacific time. So it will be interesting. It'll be fun. So
just quick straw poll. Not an actual straw poll, but just say in chat, what do you guys think about Steam? Are anybody interested in Steam? Are they looking forward to Steam? Definitely interested to hear your opinions.
Yeah.
Now, the other reason you want to do this is because in order to be eligible to win a key
you have
for
to say
Steam,
something.
you have to have said something in chat in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and say something now while we are getting ready.
Yeah.
Do you have that all set up, sir?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to give away 10. If you could just take their name, copy and paste it into a text document.
All right. Oh, wow, 10 of them.
We're giving away 10.
So you guys who really want it can actually get it. Or, Boo Bear. There's a high chance of you getting these Steam beta keys, guys.
Boo Bear 22, yeah.
Boo Bear.
He's bigger than the 17 caliber Boo Bear.
Oh, I see.
Little less muzzle velocity.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of people want to play on Steam because they don't like Facebook Game Room or they don't use Facebook, but they want to play on the PC.
I play games on both Facebook Game Room and Steam.
Yeah.
Steam a little bit more often, personally, so that makes it's super convenient for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ackley won.
Ackley won. Oh, I don't know. We might need to reroll that one.
That's so fit. I'm kidding. Congratulations.
Congrats, Ackley. So that's 2.
Oh.
Number 3. Guardian COL.
Literally right before we rolled it, he said something at the last second.
Snuck in there.
Oh my god. So that's what, 3?
Ash
the Kiwi.
The Kiwi.
Are you actually in Australia?
Well, Kiwis would be New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yes.
Sorry.
Entirely different island.
Are they different? It's a different island nation, right? It's a completely
Yes.
separate nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and Zentax also got 1. How many is that now? 4 or 5? 5?
That was 5.
Yep.
Blarns would be number 6.
I'm excited to see people winning these.
Tenta Lion Bear. Not a Slayer.
Wait, is that a football club?
Bayern?
Bayern? Oh, is that Bayern? Bayern Munich is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to Munich 1812.
Wah, wah. Blood Smoky. There you go.
Could be Blood Smoky.
Blued.
Yeah, it could be Blued.
Blued.
I mean, we do not have any evidence that it is not Blued.
That is true.
Sometimes.
Not always, just sometimes.
There we go. And how many more do we have, Mr. Chris?
One more.
One more. Who is the last one?
Sneaky Cell.
Sneaky Cell. There we go. Okay, so guys, let me explain to you how, and by guys, I mean all of you. We are very inclusive here. You know, I'm including you all
Dudes
in
and
one
dudettes.
terms. But I am from California, and so we refer to everything as guys or
Guys
dudes.
or dudes. Yeah, everything is guys or dudes.
Yeah.
Should we roll?
Go ahead and re-roll Sneaky Cell.
Gamer Nub.
Has Gamer Nub already? Nope, there we go.
There
Okay.
you go.
Cool.
Womp womp.
There we go. So, here's how it's going to work. Because we don't have the keys right now, we're going to have to wait until next week. So, next week, log on to Twitch, check your messages in your other mailbox.
Right. For some reason, Twitch likes to do weird things with messages.
It wants to make sure nobody's spamming. So
That's true.
Because we're a company, our stuff gets filed into the other box.
Mm-hmm.
In your other box will be a message with a key for Steam, so you can go ahead and redeem early. So we would love to get your feedback. Once you do, please let us know exactly how the experience is, if you like it.
Yes.
If you run into any issues, because
We will
March 7th is
around the corner.
Coming up real quick.
Yep. All right. Cool beans, everyone. That's it. Hope you all enjoyed the preview for the Elementalist and everything. Be great. All right. Catch you next time.
See you guys next week. Or not next week, next time.
Next time, yeah. All right.